record. And then I'm going to go to the screen share, I think. Yippee. Okay. So the first thing that we had talked to Lindsay about was kind of introducing our new coaches. And I actually have two. I got one text message from one of them that has a 3-year-old screaming. So she had to deal with that. That's Shanna, who is actually one of Kim's downline coaches. But I've basically been mentoring her through this process. And then we also have Trisha, who I feel like she said she had to work or something. But Trisha is also another Firelands parent. And she is joining our group. She's been on the 21-day fix since last March, I believe. Kind of fell in love with it. Wasn't involved with a challenge group. Hey, Jenny. Trisha wasn't involved with the challenge group and had seen my post, and it kind of sparked her interest with, kind of joining our team. And so she is now actively coaching and has joined our team. Let's see, since the last time we had a team call, I'll just go down the line from the way I'm seeing it. We have Lori, Lindsay, Becca, if you want to introduce Lori, maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
Lori is new to our team. She just joined us last week after our webinar. And she is on her second round, actually third round now, third round of the 21-day fix. She joined one of our challenge groups a couple months ago and actually did not even have Facebook at that time. So I did a private little text group for my non-techie friends who don't have Facebook. And then we kind of convinced her, and she signed up for a Facebook page and made it a lot easier on myself, and did last round and rocked it completely and won the partner challenge. And I invited her into coaching, and she just joined us. So,
yay! And Lori, I don't know if you want to throw out there a little bit of why you're doing this. I know you've done it on your personal page, but just so that the other coaches have an idea too.
Well, I have been overweight since I've been 11 years old. I need competition to push myself and drive myself. And definitely the financial aspect of it was a motivator too for doing the coaching part of it. And Becca had told me, she's like, you're going to hear some really amazing stories about people and stuff. And after I had done that original post the other night, explaining to everybody what I was doing, I got like 4 private messages, and nobody really wanting to do like the Shakeology or anything like that, but just stories that people have gone through and their trials and tribulations with their self-image and stuff like that. And I felt so honored that people would trust me and talk to me about those things, and that was a huge motivator. So I guess initially I was pushing more towards the financial aspect of it, but it was really amazing to experience that. So I'm glad I did, because I just don't want to be financially motivated. I want to go other routes too. So that's where I'm at.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. And that's what I love to hear. Yay. And that's why we do this, and we all say, oh, it's to help other people and, that kind of thing. But it really, truly is to inspire people to kind of, have somebody to talk to, even just like that. It wasn't so much that they were interested in, joining the challenge group, but now you've made a connection with those people, and give it some time. And the more that you establish trust with those people, even if they're not looking to lose weight, just get healthier, they will come to you. So that is awesome. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my very, very new coach, Angel. She, we just finished up our getting started right half a call. Between all of our kiddos and everything, we've broke this up into pieces as best as we can. But Angel started with me at the beginning of December, and she totally rocked our challenge group last month and was one of our honorable mentions. Um, you know, we did a partner challenge last month, and which is great, but at the same time, um, Angel's partner wasn't quite as strong as Angel was, so she wasn't in that top slot like Lori was. um, but Angel did absolutely incredible, and about 30 minutes before our webinar, I said, "Hey, Angel, what do you think about coaching?" And I think her jaw probably hit the floor at that point. Um, but she was on the call, and we had chatted a little bit, and she said this would be a great motivator to keep me going. So, Angel, if you want to kind of give us a little bit of your background and why you're doing this and all that good stuff.
Sure. Well, initially I was kind of hesitant about signing up for any of it, but I'm kind of willing to try whatever. And I kind of looked at it as well, I'll give it a shot, but if it doesn't work, hey, not much else has anyway. But after the first week, I noticed, almost a week and a half into it, I think was what I sent to you initially. I think we were about a week and a half in, I had lost 4 pounds. By the end of the 21 days, I think I was down 7, and then kind of fell off track. Well, I didn't really fall off track, but I kind of got, I guess, stuck in my own head during Christmas in between these 2 challenges, and realized that coaching was going to be something good that was going to benefit me, as well as other people, hopefully down the road here. But I need that accountability, that support, and daily check-ins. And I know I was kind of venting about it last night, but the constant notifications that pop up during the day actually helps. So first and foremost, I'm doing this to kind of keep me going. If I sign people up, and I hope I do, and I hope I do get some people to join this with me, that'd be great. But in the long run, this is really about me, because I have been struggling with my weight most of my adult life. I was so after high school. I was happy where I was at, but went into nursing school and it just fell apart there. I'm sure Rebecca knows you eat whatever is in front of you when you're in nursing school. So it was, that's where I put most of it on. So I'm really excited to improve myself, and then, of course, start helping others do that. So I think that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, awesome. I love this. This is cool. I just saw that she got on. I had mentioned that Shanna had joined our team, and I see that the 3-year-old is good now.
I have to be quiet. No, she's not sleeping, but
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet and try to do this.
So like I had said, Shanna actually signed up with Kim, and I've been mentoring her through this process, and super excited to have her. Shanna actually reached out to Kim about coaching, and I think you were under a different coach. Is that correct? Or doing challenges? You'll have to explain to us our entire story. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I had another friend that I used to work with that is actually a coach. Excuse me. And so I had bought the 21-day fix through her, and she had tried to get me to coach, and I honestly wasn't interested. And she was kind of showing me some things, and I don't know, it didn't click with me then. So anyway, once I kind of was starting to talk to Kim and kind of get a feel for your team, it just seemed like it was a better fit for me. I didn't feel like the last friend, they weren't really much into coaching kind of. So I just kind of felt like I was totally lost the whole entire time. So that's why I just felt like it wasn't for me to go that route. So, but you have held my hand the whole entire time so far. So this has been great.
I wish Angel would have heard that, because she just walked away, and that's what she's so worried about. I'm like, don't worry, I'll be there every step of the way. So.
Yes, you are, and I'm always bugging you. So
it's totally fine. I have to apologize to my husband upstairs, but otherwise it's all good. So I don't know if when you started, where am I? Hold on. Sorry. Still getting used to Zoom. When you started, if Lindsay had you do anything like this, I know that you have met us local coaches. Well, one, you're my cousin. But Jenny is actually signed up under Lindsay. And I know that it took Lindsay a really long time to convince Jenny to just join the challenge, let alone coaching. But Jenny, if you want to throw out there a little bit of your history and who you are and why you're doing this and all that good stuff too. Let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
I am Jenny Andolsick, and I signed up to be a coach. Well, let me just first say I followed Lindsay on Facebook for probably a year and would throw questions out to her. I did one of her free challenges, and I did a free challenge with just exercising, and then I did another clean eating challenge where I sampled the Shakeology, and so I knew then that I liked the Shakeology. It tasted good to me. So then I signed up and got one of the challenge packs, the 21-day fix, and I did probably, I think, 3 rounds of that, and finally, she threw it out at me, and I think I declined again. And then I said, you know what, if I'm going to continue this, let's just go for it. So it's been good. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot that I still don't know. So thank you, Julene, for running this again. And like I said, every little bit helps. I made it to Emerald. I'm an Emerald coach. So still kind of working my way through that and just trying to promote it. I think it's awesome when I can, I have a group of gals at work that, go ahead, that are just starting to really take me serious. And so I have 2 that signed up to do the challenge that we're currently in. And I want the best for them because it will work. It's like, just give it a chance. It'll work. And that's what I need, people to believe in me to do that, because it's going to work. So hope I can come back to you and let you know how everyone's doing.
Awesome. Okay, well, while we are, introducing everybody, we might as well go to Becca and Terry, since just in case, those new coaches, if they don't know everyone. So Terry, we were chatting a bit before I started recording and before, a few more people got on. But Terry, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself. Terry is a far longer veteran than I am. So go for it, Terry.
Thank you, Julene. I have been a coach since July of 2014, but my history with Beachbody goes back a little bit farther than that. I first did P90X back in 2010. And just to give you a little bit of background, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And back during that season of my life, I was still drinking. And I really didn't follow the nutrition guide, and I didn't finish P90X. I did 60 days out of 90 days. Life happened. I still lost 16 pounds. I got into the best shape of my adult life up to that point. And I began to shortcut my way through the process. I went to weight loss doctors. I tried prescription drugs. I tried all kinds of other things. And then I began to see Lindsay's transformation on Facebook. She's married to my cousin, so we were friends on Facebook. And, I got to just follow her journey and saw the results she was getting, and she reached out to me about it, and I kind of brushed it off a little bit. She was following some of the things I was doing, sharing about clean eating and stuff like that. And she was asking questions through the message streams. And I just came to the realization that I had unfinished business with Beachbody. And, I wanted to really give it a try. And I did 21-day fix. My first round, I lost 11 pounds and 9 inches. And I've done several rounds since then, but life happens. You have your ups and downs. It's kind of a roller coaster, but Good thing is I'm still here. I went to Summit back in July. I've already got my ticket for the next Summit, and this is a good place for me to be. I love the accountability, the support, the daily motivation that we enjoy as part of the Team Beachbody community. So that's a good portion of good look into my background. So thanks again for leading this, Julian. You're awesome.
Aw, thanks. I didn't know all that. I knew you were a recovering alcoholic, but I did not know that you started the Beachbody process while still kind of struggling with that. So that's awesome. Congratulations. Let's see. And then we have our last one, Becca. Becca, if you want to give a little bit of background on you, since, not all the coaches may or may not know you. Let me make sure I unmute. Okay, go for it.
All right, so I started with Beachbody a while ago. Bought P90X, never opened it. Still sitting in my cabinet, never even opened it. I own Slim and Six. I bought the 21-day fix though after I had my twin boys because I basically been overweight my whole adult life too. Then had struggled with infertility, so gained a lot of weight during that process and taking medications for that. And was lucky enough to get pregnant and had twin boys, but as you can imagine, gained a lot of weight with all of that. So after having my boys, I was like, I need to do something. I need to get healthy for them. So I purchased the 21-day fix and worked with a coach for a while and in a challenge group, but they disappeared. So then Julian started doing the challenge groups in the program, and I followed her for a month or so and just said, hey, I need to get back on track because like Terry said, life happens and you fall off the wagon and you have to just get back on it. So I joined one of Julian's challenge groups, started ordering the Shakeology again, got back into it, and then saw an opportunity for coaching that she had posted and took a look at it and decided that it would be what I needed to keep myself accountable and keep me going, because if I was telling other people they can do it, then I definitely better be doing it too. So that's kind of how I got started, and I got started in the end of September. Like the last week of September, I think. So this is my fourth month, and lifetime diamond.
Awesome. And Becca, I had just announced at the end of last week, I believe, that Becca has officially earned her Success Starter. So she will be getting a free ticket to Summit in July. She's headed to Nashville. So new coaches, it's definitely something we want to strive for, hitting Success Club for your first 3 months as an active coach. So keep that in mind. That's helping at least 3 people. So minimum goal is Success Club 5, and definitely capable of doing it, every one of you, in those first 3 months. So, and I see that Jessica has gotten on, and Jessica is also another veteran coach. She is one of Lindsay McGuire's coaches. And as you can see, Jessica, we're all introducing ourselves since we have so many new coaches. So if you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, sure. Jessica, I live in Minnesota, actually, quite far away from the rest of the team. So I have to do everything online. I've never met you guys yet. I started back in February and had a really good first quarter. And then I kind of took a break the last 2 quarters of last year. So I'm trying to get my momentum back up this year. I'm ready to go. I started a challenge group with Lindsay back in February of last year. It was the second one. And then I ended up losing, I think, like 10 pounds and decided to help others and was on a roll going. And now I'm on the hammer and chisel and I love it. Just did my second workout. So I think that one's my favorite program so far. And I'm ready to rock this year.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. I will definitely tell you, just kind of based off of what Jessica said, the whole momentum word, that is huge. And I just actually experienced it in this last week. because after that third month, things do get, you hit a dip. And, you know, to be honest with all of you beginning coaches, it gets rough. And as you continue to invite, you may get a whole lot of no, but you have now planted that seed. And you will see that in a lot of the coaches' videos, the top coaches' videos. They will keep talking about planting seeds. And although it's a no, not right now. I literally signed up, and in the last week of December, I have to think, I signed up 10 people, I believe, while others were, you know, literally scrambling to hit Success Club. And it was literally because it usually takes about 60 to 90 days for people to watch that coach and say, okay, now I'm comfortable. I know I watched Lindsay for at least that long. And finally reached out to her. It was probably from January until, you know, the end of April when I signed up. So even though you are getting no's, and even though, you know, you will feel discouraged, continue to keep your mind set on why you're doing this, and it will pay off. And will I have a week like I had that last week of December every week? Probably not. I can say definitely not, but you know, it takes that time. It takes those people trusting you and understanding you. Make sure that you throw yourself out there, be vulnerable, connect with people. Angel and I were just talking a little bit earlier about something that I said that finally clicked, and she's like, you know what? I think I can do this coaching thing. So, you know, you never know what you're going to post or what you're going to say that's going to hit home with someone. So don't be afraid to put things out there. It's amazing how Facebook works. And, you know, you can have the most perfect post in the world, but that doesn't mean that anybody's going to see it. So it really is a game. Don't be afraid to delete it and try another night or try later in the day if you really feel it's a great post. There's definitely a science behind Facebook. So don't be afraid. Don't think, oh, that was a horrible post, because not everybody sees it. And right now I'm reading Jab, Jab, Jab. Is that 3 jabs? Right Hook, which is a great book. Unfortunately, it's not on Audible, so it's taking me a really long time to read it. And it talks about that science behind social media. So if that's something that you would like to learn more about, that is definitely a great book to read. I bought it for my coaches for Christmas and ended up keeping it. Sorry, Becca. Look at that. I have it on my phone, but I wanted to keep the hard copy too. So she got a different book. It's okay. But there is a science behind it. So you've got to do the research, watch those top coach videos, watch what they say to you, because they've done it. They've figured out the science. They've done the research. So real quick before I move on, I saw that Megan popped on, and she is another one of the coaches. And Megan, if you want to tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started with this, and you are one of Becca's coaches. So go ahead and go for it.
Oh, way to put me on the spot. Sorry, I'm like dying of a cough. So Becca pretty much is the one that got me into it, and I really had no background whatsoever with it. So I just kind of jumped in feet first, and here I am. Started with the 6 and kind of just sat back and participated in the first round and watched everyone. And now I'm kind of jumping in and helping a little bit and kind of seeing how things were, I guess, ran. Like the 21-day fix, I've seen results from it and excited to see where things go.
And Megan is actually in a CrossFit gym. And so she is one of those that already was involved with fitness. But it's, you know, that nutrition side of things that, you know, really it's the whole equation. And so I know Becca had kind of reached out to her knowing that she was already into the fitness world. So don't be afraid just because you see somebody posting about going to the gym or, being big into the weightlifting bikini shows. I don't remember what they're all called. World. Don't be afraid to reach out to those people because, the love of fitness is the love of fitness, and the love of the healthy lifestyle is the love of the healthy lifestyle. And we have the amazing program where we get to encourage people to live that healthy lifestyle. So definitely, Megan is one of those great ones that was already into that world and said, hey, I've seen it do wonderful things for you. Hey, I should join. So it's great to have you, Megan. I promise all of the new coaches said introduce themselves. It wasn't just you. I didn't totally throw you on the spot, maybe a little bit, but Okay, so when I had talked to Lindsay, there was a couple things that she had asked me to talk to everybody about. So I am going to go ahead and screen share some of this. And I am so excited because Photify finally is working again. I don't know how many of you had issues with it, but it was driving me absolutely insane. Because I haven't had it since before Christmas, and it is by far my favorite photo app. So I am happy to have it back, and I'm very excited. So I just had to play with my phone a little bit tonight and make some fun things. So this had really stuck out to me. Good things come to those who work hard as hell and never quit. Although I am not a big person to swear on my social media page, this really stood out to me because a lot of us are reading the book 10X right now or listening to it via Team Aspire. They're doing a book study on it. And it really has stuck out to many of us. I posted this morning questioning goals and what way we should set goals. Should you set them for the achievable? That way you feel yourself succeed. So, I'm going to save $10,000 this year. Or should you set for way beyond what you think is achievable and reach half of that? So I'm going to save $100,000 this year and you actually save $50,000. Which one is the better goal? And it amazed me at how many people really were talking about the achievable. And this 10X book is all about going for the way beyond, the extraordinary, way beyond what you think is even possible for you. And even if you reach half of that, it is a success. Even if you reach a quarter of that. I mean, just with the 100,000 versus the 10,000, if you get a quarter of that 100,000, you've still saved $25,000. That's still better than if you would have set that 10,000 goal and reached it. So it basically was talking about, the differences of being the normal versus the extraordinary. Where did that just go? Hey, there we go. And being the extraordinary. And I definitely think knowing many of you personally and, some of you just via, our wonderful Zoom calls and our team calls, and one day we will meet, come summit. But it definitely, everybody has the capacity to be extraordinary, and it's setting those goals and just doing it. So I will be posting on the Team Tenacious page. Tina and Joe Gonzalez had put one of the team ladder leadership maps out there for us. And my new coaches, I have not put you on that page yet because I didn't want you to be overwhelmed. Some coaches are sometimes overwhelmed if we throw too many team pages at you. But I will post that on Team Tenacious. And although it may be slightly difficult to judge the financial side of things, because, we don't know what coaches are going to come in, never in a million years did I think that within my first 3 or 4 months of coaching, I would have the amazing coaches that I do underneath me. You know, Becca reaching diamond in less than 3 months is just absolutely incredible. So, you know, you can't judge it perfectly, but it really, when I was doing it, it really helped me to kind of gain an idea of my goals for each month. And, you know, for the last 6 months, I've just been going by thinking, okay, I need to hit Success Club 5. That's all that matters, is I need to hit Success Club 5. Well, why? Why is that you know, why am I making such a small goal for myself? You know, because knowing that really doesn't take that many invites. And, you know, hitting Success Club 5 really, you know, do I really need to track 5 invites a day? Well, not really. You know I can hit it. Um, so, and you know what? It backfired on me in October when I didn't hit Success Club. So, you know, really laying it out there. I know that sometimes many of you right now are on your phones, and it'll be too hard to see that leadership map on my computer. So just know that I will be posting that on Tenacious, and do your best to fill it out and send that to your coach. And again, especially the newbies, it might be kind of like crazy to look at, but just lay out, okay, I want to hit Success Club 5 for these months. I want to try and sign up 1 coach a month or 2 coaches a month, because you may be just starting out. But, you know, when I was 2 months in, you know, Kim and Nicole trusted in me to join my team. So don't be afraid to reach out to people to ask them to join your team. That's how we build. That's how we succeed in this business. So when you're filling this out, you know, look at it, and at least a minimum of 1 coach a month, which kind of leads us to another thing that Lindsay wanted me to discuss is this Saturday and the Super Saturday. And I know that, you know, some of you have to work, you know, you're just joining the team. You had no idea that this even existed. And then, you know, your coach might be saying, hey, you know, join us Saturday. Well, I have to work. But if you are going, at least 1 to 2 people you need to ask to join you. And they do not have to be a current coach. Because I know that Olivia joined Lindsay's team after Super Saturday. She went to a Super Saturday with Lindsay and fell in love with the spirit behind this organization and this team. I know that when Becca and Nicole joined me at the last Super Saturday, they just were so pumped after we were done, because there's no words that can explain the feeling there. And I know the last Super Saturday, it was not quite as busy in the Cleveland one as it was over the summer. But there's still, to have, you know, 50 other like-minded coaches there in a room, you know, helping each other. It's not a competitive environment. It's everybody's going to help everybody. And that's what I truly love about this. So, you know, throw out to at least 2 people before you attend Super Saturday this Saturday. Hey, would you like to join me? There are guest tickets that you can buy for $5. So at least 5 people, or I'm sorry, at least 2 people you need to ask to join you. Will anybody come? Maybe not, and that's okay. But anybody that you think might be an incredible coach, ask them. It doesn't hurt. What are they going to say? No, but at least they can say, well, you know, maybe next time, or it'll get them thinking. You know, or maybe by the next Super Saturday in April, they might be, hey, okay, you know, and they might be an active coach already 2 months in from that point. So definitely, let me see. How did I do that? Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't remember how I made that big. But show of hands, who is attending Super Saturday this Saturday? Terry, Lori, yay. Oh, I'm going down and I'm not seeing everybody's pictures, but that's okay. Oh, yay, Jess. Okay. And Becca, you are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we hadn't, like, I just assumed you were. Oh, thank you. Jenny said raised hand. That's awesome. But yeah, if you can be there, be there. It's super duper important to get to those events. And, you know, you may be thinking, oh, I'm just starting out. But like I said, that was Olivia's crossover point of, yes, I am going to do this. So, you know, just make it happen, throw out those invites. Again, going back to kind of the, you can totally see I'm a teacher with this. Going back to kind of setting goals for 2016, and that leadership roadmap, and even if you don't plan on going for 5-star elite or anything like that, it's super important to set those goals. And I know for the last year or so, being a teacher, they keep talking about these SMART goals. And for a while we were going, what in the world is that? And I found out through Beachbody what a SMART goal was. And so it kind of made me laugh, though, that because it kind of goes completely against what the 10X book is talking about, and making it attainable. And he talks about in that book how, a lot of people believe that it needs to be attainable. And yes, you need to reach something, but set it way far out there and then make smaller goals. I'm going to be 5-star by the end of the year. Okay, so when are you going to reach 1-star? When are you going to reach 2-star? And that's what this leadership map does. So specific, what, where, and how, specific goals and is distinct and defines as much of the goal as possible. So don't make it generic, make it measurable. So, being a 1-star diamond or being diamond by such and such date is measurable. You can measure that, okay, I have 2 active coaches under me on my left and my right side. See, now this one is different. This one does not use attainable. This one is assignable. That's interesting, because they use the attainable one for school all the time. And I didn't even notice this when I pulled up this picture, but goals must be assignable to individual or groups. So to become a 1-star diamond, yes, other people do depend on that. And it is your job as a leader, as a coach, to help your coaches, get that. So you need to then, work with your coaches underneath you. What is their goal? And how is that going to help them? And that will get you to your goal. So it's all about being a leader. There it is. This one's realistic. Okay. Versus the attainable. But, no matter how these letters are played out in the mnemonic device, it still is, you need to have specifics in your goal. And this one says, is this a realistic goal? So is it attainable? And that's where, if you're setting it out month by month, yes, it is attainable. It is attainable to get 2 of your coaches to Emerald so that you can become a diamond. It is possible. And all the top coaches are always saying how, diamond is just the start of your business. It's the foundation. It's the very beginning. And each and every one of you, it's possible that within a few months you can reach diamond. So don't be worried about, well, I'm just starting off. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, because your upline will help you. I know that Lindsay helped me with Kim and with Nikki. And then, she even helped me with Becca, making sure that I was helping Becca get to where she needed to be. So even if you're just starting off, ask people to join you. Megan, you're in the perfect opportunity of being in the fitness world, knowing other health and fitness fanatics. Ask those people, let them know what this has done for you. Ask those people to join you in this process. You have the perfect opportunity for that. And like I was telling Angel earlier in our Getting Started Right call, our goal for every single one of the people that we sign up is to get them as discount coaches, because it helps them and it helps you. And, that we can set that goal of, saying we want to help people, but in all honesty, we also want to help ourselves. We wouldn't be working this hard. You wouldn't own a store, a small town store, and give away things for free. You wouldn't. Okay. And we are all about, our mission is to help people. But we also have to, set parameters on, who we let into our challenge groups and stuff like that, because we can't this is something special and we are giving them our all. So they need to give something back to us. They can't just sit there and scope things out. Push your challengers to be active in the challenge group because, we are giving our all and we are there to help, and they're not going to succeed unless they, in some way, whether they're just looking daily or, they're participating daily, but they're not going to succeed unless that support side is there. And then time-based, and that, again, where that leadership roadmap kind of lays things out. Each month is there. Fill it out. Even if you're going above and beyond, that's okay. If I am 5-star by the end of the year, that would be all my dreams come true, but, and that's what I have in my roadmap. Will that happen? Who knows? And that's okay. I'm still going to get farther than saying I'm going to be 2-star by the end of the year. I'm going to reach farther by setting that goal beyond, and I can map it out and it lays things out and it's pushing me farther than I'm just going to hit Success Club for the month. So however you want to use this mnemonic device, the reason I know that word is because we're talking about it right now with my 5th graders and learning the staff. So have no fear. I am not some English genius. I'm far from it. But this mnemonic device is a great way to set those goals. And a lot of the professional development that we read, whether it's 10X or it's Eat That Frog or any of that, it talks about setting those goals. You've got to set them high. If you want to be extraordinary, you have to go beyond the ordinary. And it amazes me on some of the comments that I got today on my post, asking about that goal and how many people were just, they didn't look at the big picture. They were looking at making sure they were attainable. Well, let's set a big goal and then set smaller goals for that. So, write out those goals. And I really believe that your best way to set out those goals is that leadership roadmap. So, set that out. You can set yourself 3 goals for the year, but I think a nice way to do that is that leadership roadmap. So I will post that. There is a fill-in PDF version. Fill-inable PDFs drive me nuts because I can never get them to save right. So I have watched a few videos and have been able to find a Excel and a Excel version of it. So I will make sure that I upload that file so that you're able. What I did was I added an extra tab in there so that I have one tab for my goals versus one tab for what I achieved. And writing out what you achieved is also showing you that you're growing. If you live in la world of, oh, I hit Success Club, it's all good, and don't keep track of anything, you don't know what you've achieved. Okay, so making sure you keep track of things is going to help us all hit those goals too. So I know I gave a lot of info in about 25 minutes, but this is the year that we can all do something great. And I know my husband is sitting here every day going, okay, when is this going to be something great? All I see is you throwing all kinds of time into this. But that last week of December really kind of clicked the light bulb of, oh, this can be something great. This was a nice week, so keep pushing. Even if you're not seeing the yes, it will come. New coaches, 3 months, first 3 months is going to be, I don't want to say easy, because you're learning all this stuff, but you're in your hot market. People are, going to come to you. But after that first, 2 months or 3 months, they're not going to so much come to you. You've got to reach out to them, make yourself vulnerable, put yourself in a position that you're not comfortable with. And that's okay, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. I've said this before, but I know that I've watched Caleb Thomas's video on inviting, and he does voice memos for people on the private message invites, which I love that because it makes it very personable and you have to get everything in within a minute. So make it short, sweet, and to the point. I also know that he has recommended birthday invite or birthday messages, which I love. It has started so many conversations. I didn't even have to invite people. They were like, yeah, I've been meaning to message you. I'm so glad you messaged me. You know, I've been seeing your posts. Can you tell me more? It's the perfect opportunity to shoot people a private message. You've also increased your Facebook infinity with that person. So now they're going to see your messages, even if they weren't seeing them before. So it's the perfect opportunity to reach out to people and start a relationship and not make it awkward. You're not, going to just go and randomly somebody you haven't talked to in 6 years and say, hey, join my challenge group. It's the perfect opportunity to reach out to people and say, hey, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, your kids are adorable. Or I see you're doing such and such as a job. Or what are you doing now? And to start that conversation. So, 3 weeks down the line, then you have the opportunity to say, hey, the last time we talked and I said that I'm a Beachbody coach, I was wondering if you might be interested in, joining our challenge group or becoming a coach with me if they're into health and fitness. So opens up all kinds of great opportunities. So I think that is, enough information so I don't totally and completely overwhelm you. And thank you for listening to me babble on. But at the same time, I'm so excited. I learned, new stuff about Terry that I never knew. And we've been on the same team for 7 months now. I learned new stuff about each and every one of you and your process of becoming a Beachbody coach. And I really, I am so completely and totally excited for 2016, right? Yeah. And it is going to be an incredible year for each and every one of you. Don't let those hard times get you down. Continue to think about your why. And I don't have it with me, but I will tell you one other thing before I let you go. I was in one of the Diamond trainings that I was in after I had reached Diamond. They had talked about doing a dream board and dream as big as you can possibly dream. And I had done that and I have it sitting on, I don't know if I can turn this enough that you can see it, but I have it sitting on my board right here. And then my husband for Christmas, he had bought me the woodblock letters that I had done a collage in our last name, and I did it. I don't know if I can focus in on that, but I did it with our kids. And so I talked to him and he said, when he had bought it, I had asked, I said, do you want me to do like another collage with our family? Or would you be okay if I did it with my dream board pictures? So that's my next project, is having that coach on the shelf above, the Woods. And so it will say Coach Woods and my dream board will be up there on those letters. And we had said that as I achieve each one of those dreams, we can replace that picture rather than it being, a picture of something I got off the internet. It can be a true picture of that experience. So definitely a great way to be able to switch some of those things out and really achieve those goals as I get chills as I talk about this. But don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to set those goals extra high. Do the SMART goals in the sense of really mapping things out. It will give you those smaller attainable goals that, people kept talking about in my message stream, but don't be afraid to set those goals higher than you think is even attainable, because that's what will make you great. So that's about it. I think that's all I have. I don't know if anybody else has anything to add to that. Veteran coaches for the newbies, anything. Any ideas, any, great quotes or anything? Terry, Jessica, I see her fan. Becca, any other tidbits of information you want to throw in there? Silence.
No, I think that was great. I just had one question. Do you think that posting like a public invite for Super Saturday would be a good idea, as well as the private messages?
I don't know why it would hurt. Throwing it out there that, you've posted about the coaching opportunity, and this is a great opportunity to kind of find out what the spirit of this coaching is all about. And for new coaches that might be attending on Saturday, it might be slightly overwhelming for you because they're going to talk about these things that like you haven't even gone over in the Emerald training, but the feeling of these Super Saturdays are just absolutely incredible. So, I think that is a great idea, Jessica, to throw it out there and say, hey, I'm attending this event. If you've even questioned, why I love this job, this coaching gig so much, join me. I have a guest ticket. Come with me. I think it's a great opportunity. Have I ever seen coaches do it? No, but and it might be something that we want to throw out maybe to Lindsay because she's been doing it a little bit longer than some of us. But I personally, I don't see a thing wrong with it because it truly inspires you in that spirit of why so many of us love what we do. So anything else? Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Is there a limit on guest tickets that you could have? I thought I read somewhere that you can only bring each coach can bring 2 guests.
You know what? I know that like when I first started, the first Super Saturday that I went to, the guest tickets came free with the paid coach ticket. This one, they're charging you $5 for the guest ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's kind of their way to unlimited. I don't know that for sure. I
thought I read that somewhere, so I probably did.
So, and do we think that we're going to get more than 2 attending with us? The chances are slim since it's Tuesday night, and that Saturday, due to work and family events or whatever. So that might be something that might make you hesitant about that. But, I think maybe throw that out to Lindsay. Jessica, if you want to put that on Team Tenacious and tag her and see what she thinks about it. And then Becca, if you want to check back in the Cleveland Super Saturday and see what that says.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great opportunity to kind of really get people inspired. So
who's at your guys' Super Saturday?
I know that Lisa is speaking. Our upline Lisa. Let me see who else. Actually, let me screen share and then we can do it that way. Screen share. Let's see. Oh, why did I just open up photos? Okay, give me a second now that I'm going to have 2 programs opening. Sorry about that. I love that Jenny literally raised hand. I didn't even know that existed. That's awesome. Okay, sorry. Okay, now I'm going to lower your hand. All right, let's go. Come on. Lisa was the only name that really stuck out just because she has been a great mentor to me as well. So let's see. Cleveland. I can't spell Cleveland. Oh my. Here we go. I know Jessie Perry's going to be there again. Her live workouts are awesome. I love her to death. She is totally awesome. Come on. I know I see faces, but I want to see names because I don't know some of these faces. Hey, there's me and Lindsay from the last Super Saturday. Okay. Maybe it says it here. And maybe we'll find the answer that Becca was saying too. So while we're doing this, I just want it to show up nicely on my page, please. Bigger. Hey, look, my photo is finally open. So sorry. Okay. Why won't that picture get bigger? All right, let's do it this way. There we go. Okay. Jackie, is that Leafy? Sure. Glenn Akins, and Kelly Neefel. So there we go. And then Lisa Burdick is part of our upline. She is a coach right underneath Tina Gonzalez, I believe. Is that right? I think.
It sounds right.
And then Jessie Perry has always been the live master trainer, and she does the live trainings as well. So we were kind of in contact with her about some live training questions. So we got to find out those answers, Becca, before we go to Super Saturday, before she asks us. So yeah, that's who's going to be at ours. I know Tina and Joe are actually going, they're going to be in Delaware or something. So they won't be at ours, which I'm kind of bummed about. But so any other questions, comments, concerns? Now, once again, I don't remember how I saw everybody's pictures again and what I did. Oh, I know, it's over here. Hold on. Or maybe it's not. Whatever. Okay. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you trusting in me to fill in for Lindsay. I know that I am not as completely and totally awesome and as veteran and as knowledgeable as Lindsay, but I know that I had a blast doing this. And I know she was very grateful that we did this and we were still able to do the team call. You know, and if you guys want to have another team call next week, that's great. If you don't, you know, any questions that you have, you are welcome to reach out to me or Lindsay. I know that we're trying to kind of give Lindsay her space to enjoy her vacation with her family. So please feel free to reach out to me. You know, if your personally sponsored coach doesn't know the answer, and I will do my best to find out the answer. If you are not on Aspire, they are the all-knowing Tina and Joe. And so if they don't know an answer, they make sure that they find it. But yeah, so thanks, guys. I really appreciate you trusting in me to do this, and have a fantastic week. And we are going to completely rock this year. So
Thanks so much, Julie.
Thank you.
thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Good night.